welcome to LSJ News. I'm Molly Bryan. Our team of student journalists have been working remotely to produce content for today's bulletin. Here are our stories from our reporters at LSJ News.
A businesswoman in Lincoln has told LSJ News she would have gone bankrupt without financial support from the government. Lincoln city centre has become deserted due to the closing of many local and national chain businesses. Most local stores managed to stay open with a limited capacity during Tier 1 restrictions. However, following the announcement of a second lockdown last week, many have had to close completely. This has led to many financial difficulties for small businesses, some with potentially no chance of recovery.
Last lockdown, I would have most certainly had to close permanently if they hadn't helped me. So the support was very much needed.
During the second nationwide lockdown, businesses have had to close their doors for the second time this year. Many people have been put on furlough as they cannot go back to work safely. More than 1 million people are on less than minimum wage in the UK alone.
The problem is to be able to do it where everyone helps as well. Everyone's on a successful way. There's no real, if they could, brilliant, but I don't think we're in the situation where we can help them any more than we actually are.
The University of Lincoln has handed out 300 food parcels to students who are self-isolating due to the coronavirus pandemic. The university aims to have delivered the package to the student's door in less than 48 hours after it was ordered. The box comes from Robertson's and includes a range of foods which are designed to last for the 2-week isolation period.
With Lincoln giving out a free food box, it's no stress to cost. It's a free service available and they make it strong and clear it will always be free. It'll be delivered to your door fast. It's just reassurance that we are all here for you.
A study in the Lancet Psychiatry found that 83% of young people with mental health needs said that lockdown was making them worse. Being in lockdown can be a tough time, especially if you have mental health problems. University means being in a new city, away from parents and friends, which can lead to isolation. It's important to remember there are plenty of places that students can reach out to for support, including Student Wellbeing and the Samaritans.
Lockdown has negatively impacted my mental health. I think I can speak for a lot of people. Being alone with your thoughts isn't the best. Change of location did help, but again, being isolated at university for like a long period of time isn't very good.
Music artists in England will not receive funding from the government's new furlough scheme. The scheme, which was announced by Rishi Sunak, is set to support people who are struggling due to the coronavirus pandemic. However, music artists across the country are failing to qualify for the scheme and are struggling to make ends meet due to lack of funds from touring because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Has really affected people's pay. If you're self-employed, then it's really difficult to get any sort of support from the government that looks like it's actually going to work out for you, unfortunately.
Germany is seeing a drop in COVID-19 infections just a week after its second lockdown. The infection rate peaked on Saturday, but just 4 days later, the Robert Koch Institute reports a drop of 10,000 daily cases. While this does spell hope for citizens under tighter restrictions, Angela Merkel has stated that it's still a long way off before life can return to normal.
Earlier this year we didn't take it seriously enough, and even though cases dropped at the time, it went up again because people were starting to take it way too carelessly. And yeah, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, and the measurements that they have put in place right now are actually rather restrictive, but ultimately it's the best way to go.
The Lincoln City Foundation is continuing their offer of support to the Sincil Bank community after the nation was placed into lockdown last week. Their community response team is working in partnership with the Lincolnshire Co-op to provide essential aid to those that are in need. The foundation intends to carry on their efforts throughout the Christmas period in what may be a challenging time for many Lincoln residents.
We can offer help with shopping, collecting prescriptions and other sort of essential supplies like that. We also offer the chance just to have like a check-in and chat, so people are feeling a bit isolated or alone. They can have like a befriending call once a week and just see how they are.
Lincoln United are financially safe heading into this month's lockdown, but Chairman Lee Griffin has concerns over the future if lockdown was to extend. Gate receipts are a huge part of the club's sustainability, and if the league was to resume behind closed doors, the knock-on impact for the club would be felt heavily. For most clubs looking to get back onto their feet, elite or not, football must continue.
I understand why they'd let elite continue, largely because they have additional levels of testing that we can't provide at our level, so they can do those vigorous tests that we can't. So from a pure COVID safety, protecting the nation.
The prospect of a null and void season looms over the National League, and it will be catastrophic for many non-league clubs. The new lockdown rules have meant that all non-professional football has stopped, which is causing serious financial pressure on many clubs. Lincoln United have had a great start to the season, and if football was to stop again, it could spell serious trouble.
The key is that we don't go null and void. If the season goes null and void again, that puts us in a very difficult financial position where we'll have to be part reimbursing sponsorship arrangements, commercial partnerships.
Gainsborough Trinity are the latest club to voice their concerns over the effect the current lockdown in England will have on their season. All but elite sport has been suspended, which includes the Blues' first and academy teams. Their under-21 side currently sits 5th in the North Midlands Development Football League.
I think once we start back again, I don't think we'll have a pre-season or anything. I think it'll be straight back in. I don't know if we'll have much notice, but the lads are in good spirits. The last 4 weeks have been, since Harworth, have been absolutely great, and they know that. And even tonight, they're in positive spirits after that game.
That's all for today from our team here at LSJ News. Keep up to date on our website and our social media feeds. Bye for now.